pastor that critiques the hell out of the Bible. No, I don't agree with everything that it says. Yes, I affirm queer folk. I don't fit into the box that my faith tradition tried to place me in. But yet and still, this will be me today at the faith community.
Shalom. This is Brother Samak. Before I do anything, I want to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Bachakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders, great millstone who do rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect that are scattered abroad. With that, once again, this is Brother Samak coming at you with another lesson. Lord will, this is edifying. And this is one of the many reasons why Christianity is definitely not the way. You got guys like this in it, and most importantly, there's nothing but women in there, in these churches. When there's nothing but women following a certain thing and no men, that shows that it's not the way. As far as this goes, the Lord even said, not the Lord, it's Slakia. Well, yeah, I can say that. The Lord even, the scriptures even said that the tabernacle of the Lord is with men, okay? And he will dwell with them. He doesn't deal with women, okay? So that alone even shows you that, number one, the churches the Lord is not dealing with these churches, man, okay? It's all prosperity and nothing but, I'll say this, lies and just feel good scriptures, man. But they don't want to go into the real stuff, man. You don't learn anything when you go into these churches. I guarantee if you go to a church and you ask them, or go to a church and you ask them what they learned today, they probably couldn't even tell you. But real quick, I'm gonna get a couple of scriptures. This is Jeremiah chapter 3 and verse 15, straight to the point. It says, "And I will give you pastors according to mine heart, which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding." And that's the point, man. Pastors according to mine heart, which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding. Are these so-called quote-unquote pastors giving you knowledge and understanding of the scriptures? No, they're not. And he even said that he doesn't even go by the whole Bible. Paraphrasing what he said, of course, but mainly saying he doesn't even claim the whole Bible, man. What does it say? What did the Lord say to Ezekiel, man? I actually want to get that. What's that? Ezekiel 3? Or, let me see. Yep. Ezekiel chapter 3 and verse 1. It says, "Moreover, he said unto me, Son of man, eat that thou findest. Eat this roll, and go speak unto the house of Israel. So I opened my mouth, and he caused me to eat that roll." Okay? And it says to eat the roll. He said to eat the roll, and he ate it. He didn't eat half of it. No, he ate the whole thing. He didn't eat half of it. So you either take it or leave it, You gotta accept all of me or don't accept me at all. Because even the Lord, the Most High, or if I'm not mistaken, in the book of Revelation, it says that if you're lukewarm, he'll spew you out, man. You don't want no lukewarm person, gonna accept half of you, And it says what? He said unto me, Son of man, cause thy belly to eat, and fill thy bowels with the roll that I give thee. Then did I eat, and it was in my mouth as honey for sweetness. Right? So at first, yeah, it's gonna be all sweet. It's gonna feel good. You know, it feels good, especially when the first time you come into this truth and you're learning. But then what? Later on, it becomes bitter. I believe it's later on, not in this chapter, but yeah, it later on became bitter, right? And that's the bad what comes in with it, and that's honestly this knowledge, this wisdom, this truth. You know, if you can't accept this, then it's just gonna destroy you. You know, as this knowledge, wisdom, this truth, it's not easy pill to swallow. In other words, man, and even when it comes to this wisdom, even the scriptures even talk about how when having this wisdom, she, as in the wisdom, because wisdom is compared to like a woman, will try you, you know. So that depends on if you're it's crazy because you receiving this truth, the Lord gave you this word and everything. You're expected to teach what the Lord told you to teach, man. You're supposed to be teaching the whole thing, man. Instead of trying to make it sound good, you know? And that's what these Christians do. Real quick, Isaiah chapter 30 and verse 10. Matter of fact, verse 9, it says, this is a rebellious people, lying children that will not hear the law of the Lord. And that's the thing. That's majority of our people. And that's why a majority of people are going to be destroyed, man. Okay? By thermonuclear fire, man. Okay? So, regardless if they hear, throughout the scripture it says whether they hear or forbear. It don't matter. They're going to hear this, and the scriptures also say that they're not even going to have any excuse. Oh, I didn't know. You know, give them warning from me. Ezekiel 3. Wow, I should have kept reading. But I might go back. Lord will. It says, which see to the seers, see not. And to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things. Speak unto us smooth things. Prophesy deceits. So, again, this is these pastors, man. These are these so-called pastors, I'll say, that the Lord did not send. They bring confusion. Okay? So, it'll behoove you to get out of these churches, man. Because they're not feeding the Lord's sheep. They're not actually warning you and letting you know things. You have to find that in the streets. The scriptures even talk about that, man. Paul even said himself that he dwelleth not in temples made with hands. Okay? And then another one is dang, what was it? Oh yeah, that's right. Proverbs, the first chapter. Let me get that real quick. What, verse 22? 21. Verse 20. Wisdom crieth without, she uttereth her voice in the streets. She crieth in the chief place of concourse, in the open place, or the openings of the gates. In the city she uttereth her voice, saying. And see how wisdom is compared to as a woman. So if you're trying to find wisdom, you go out in the streets, man. You don't go into these churches, you know. And you'll find the men of the Lord prophesying, man, teaching you things. Okay. But going back to Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 17. Because the Lord even let him know, like, hey, if you better teach this. And if you better warn them and let them know. If you don't let them know, what's going to happen? Right? It says, what's going to happen? It says, verse 17, we're getting into it. It says, Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore, hear the word at my mouth and give them warning from me. So, again, even in the book of John, right? John 15, and I believe like verse 15, it says, Ye have not chosen me, but I have chosen you and ordained you that you should bring forth fruit, and your fruit shall remain. The Lord, the Most High, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, has chosen you, okay, to do this work. Okay? So you should not take this lightly. This is a job, right? It says, and we're doing this to save you, but also to save ourselves, right? It says, when I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die, and thou givest him not warning, nor speakest to warn the wicked from his wicked way, to save his life. See? And that's these pastors, they don't want to do that. You're telling, this person's going the wrong way, but you end up what? Lying, because what? You just want that bag, man. You just want that money. You care about yourself, man. Again, to save his life, the same wicked man shall die in his iniquity. But his blood will I require at thine hand. See? Because it's your fault, because you didn't let this person know. Whether he wanted to hear or not, man, you don't know. You better tell him. Heck, if I'm going the wrong way, I would want to know. You know? It says, Yet if thou warn the wicked, he turn not from his wicked way, nor from his wickedness, nor from his wicked way, he shall die in his iniquity, but thou hast delivered thy soul. See? You deliver yourself, man. So you're good with the Lord. You're in right standing with the Lord. That's the point, man. Because here it is. They fear man rather than the Most High. And that's the problem, man. So we got to stop that, man. The fact that these guys out here, these so-called pastors, and not even these so-called pastors, even in Israel, trying to go after the bag, man. You got guys that are even what is saying in the book of Timothy, right, where it talks about how truce breakers, false accusers, covetous boasters, all these different types of people are calling out in these last days, man. Never being trusted, man. You can't trust these people, man. That's why the scriptures also say you shall know them by their fruits. And also the fact that trying the spirits in 1 John, the 4th chapter. Okay? So you doing that, and the Lord giving you that spirit of discernment, you would discern whether or not this person's telling the truth or not. That's another thing. But our people don't have that spirit of discernment, and nor do they want to even know what's going on. They don't want to know anything. They just want to just go about and like it says in Romans 10th chapter, where it talks about going to establish their own righteousness, man. Okay? So, yeah. It's sad, man, how our people are really just what's the word for it? Well, I'll say it says brain. They mix up brainwash, but they need a brainwash. Instead, their brain isn't washed. It's dirty inside, and they don't want to clean it. They don't want to be cleansed. John 3:18. Right? It says, He that believeth on me is not condemned, but he that believeth not is condemned already, because he hath not believed in the name of the only begotten Son. But this is the condemnation, that light is come into the world, and men love darkness rather than light, because their deeds were evil. See? And that's the thing too. They all get emotional, and they get hurt. They get real hurt, man. To where they're like, I ain't gonna do that. I don't believe in this. I don't want to believe in this. Well, guess what? Scriptures say this is the book of the commandment of the Most High, the law that endureth forever. such as keep it shall come to life. No, ones that keep it shall come to life, but such as not keep it shall what? Shall die. Roughly paraphrasing, man. So this thing is what keeps us alive. Okay? The law, statutes, commandments, man. This is what's keeping us going. You know? And this right here, again, being quickened, this is quickening us. And quicken means to be made alive. Okay? This is what we need. But here it is, our people are saying we don't need it. You know? But hey, that's just on them, man. So at the end of the day, the elect is gonna be the ones that's gonna be good in that time. So it's best to stay keep holding into this and stay on this word. Okay, stay in the spirit. Continue to pray. Continue to fast and call upon the name of the Lord. Pray to the Lord, man. You know, most importantly, yeah. Coming to the names and to the Lord, Yahweh wa Yahweh Shai, man. Okay, as long as you have that, man, it's good, you know. But I didn't want to make this too long. I pray that you've been edified. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rachak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders, a great millstone who do rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect that is scattered abroad. And with that, I say, Shalom.